Hello, YouTube family. Auntie is here. I know I look different. It takes me a long time to get used to stuff, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna take a little while." It was overwhelming, and my niece described it as, "Auntie, everything was blending together." It was. How you guys doing? It's not cute not knowing, and now you're gonna know. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. We got curls, we got scoop, and guess what? We give out hugs going into this weekend. How you guys doing? YouTube vlogger Kevin Samuels. What happened? First of all, for those who are like, who is Kevin Samuels? He was a very controversial relationship guru, image maker, but he would say things that were like, did he say that? Two weeks ago, he said that women over the age of 35 were leftovers and y'all need to get used to sharing men. He seemed to have a problem with black women. He seemed to have a problem with fat women. He would just say things, and not that they weren't. I'm not going to say that they weren't true, but there's a way to give out medicine, and some medicine is a little strong for everybody to take. We're just going to put in that frame. He was 56 years old. He was also a men's image consultant, helping men who wanted to get their image, because he was a very nice looking man who dressed very well, just neat, well groomed. He just had it together. Well, what happened to him? Apparently, when the word got out that he died, nobody could confirm it. The police would not confirm it because they couldn't find his parents. His mother found out on social media. You're probably saying, why? Kevin Samuel was living in a place, that wasn't his name, that was somebody else's place. He was just living there. They said he was worth millions at the time of his death, but his mother had to find out on social media. It took all day to actually confirm who it was. The woman that he was with, a nurse, is a woman he had just met. They had a romantic dinner, went back to the place. Next thing you know, he said, I'm having chest pains. He collapsed. She was a nurse. There was nothing that she could do to help him. And by the time ambulance came, he was already gone. She had told him, this is Kevin Samuels. This is Kevin Samuels. But they got to confirm it. And they like to notify the family first. So that's why there was a whole day of confusion and what happened and what's going on. But he was very, very controversial. I tell you one thing that was disturbing, people celebrating his death. We can agree to disagree on this. You may not have liked everything he said. Some of the things were harsh, hurtful, but to celebrate, it was like, karma's real, but Kevin Samuel is dead. Very shocking. Dave Chappelle, yesterday we were talking about his attacker, and at first they were like, no charges. Somebody must have heard my cries and said, no. The attacker is going to be charged with 4 misdemeanors, including battery and unauthorized access. How did he get that close to the stage to run up on? Now, the weapon that he had was a replica gun, which can turn into a switchblade. They said because dude had it in his backpack. That's why there weren't more serious charges. They also cited the man's family that he had mental illness, but he will be facing 4 misdemeanor charges. At the movies, Benedict Cumberbatch stars in Doctor Strange, the multitude of madness. Here's the good part. You know how most Marvel movies are long? Not this one. It checks in a little over 2 hours. One reviewer described it as an exhausting journey, I guess because so much is happening, but an all-star cast: Elizabeth Olsen, Chiwetel Ejiofor. I know I messed this name up, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Benedict Wong, great cast, and don't forget, if you go to the movies, you can't get up when the movie ends, because they always give you a preview of the next movie. You got to like sit through all of the credits. It's a Marvel thing. Ever since my son was little, we've been just doing these Marvel things. I think I told this story yesterday. He turns 21 on Monday. And I'm working a lot this weekend. I got a lot of shows. And I said, what day we going to movies? Because we always go see the Marvel movies. And he told me he was going with his friends. My feelings were a little hurt. But y'all know I'm petty. I said, I hope your friends have concession money. Because I have concession money. We've been seeing these movies. He dragged me into the reason why somebody said, you know a lot about these movies. I said, well, boy, mom, you learn about, because you got to, like, go take them to the movies. And it's, for the Power Rangers, the Marvel, it's just a boy thing there. Singer Adele celebrated her birthday this week. She's doing a Las Vegas residency. It's going to be at Planet Hollywood. They're waiting for the official announcement. But was she with her sports agent boyfriend, Rich Paul? No. Rich Paul decided to spend the day with LeBron James, one of his clients. Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. This is a case that gets stranger and stranger. Amber is on the stand, and fans of Johnny Depp are accusing her of quoting movie lines, like one from The Talented Mr. Ripley. When I was around John, I felt like I was the most beautiful girl in the world, and then he would disappear. They said that was the line out the movie. This is a very strange case. She was crying. She said some things about Johnny Depp. It's sad, and you just kind of hope. You just kind of hope that it ain't true. It's like, oh my God. I don't know how they're going to decide who's telling the truth or who's not, because both of them had crazy stories about each other. This is the perfect example. Two toxic people that you don't need to be together. Oh, another lie that they caught her in. She said that she didn't know who Johnny Depp was when she met him. But then in an interview that they found, she was like, well, who doesn't know Johnny Depp? I've loved him since I was a teen. It's a strange case. Tamar Braxton is mad at one of her friends, calling them out on social media, calling them a fake friend. They're saying this person has to be in their 40s and someone in her circle. Y'all know I have a fascination with the royal family. And the Queen of England, she has this Jubilee coming up on June 2nd. Prince Harry, Meghan, the kids, they're going to be there, but they got to stand in the back. Let me explain. During the pomp and circumstance of the Jubilee, it's going to be the Queen, it's going to be William, it's going to be Kate, their kids, Charles, Camilla, they're all going to be standing outside. But Prince Andrew, because he done got in trouble with Epstein, Prince Harry and Meghan and the kids, because they said they didn't want to be a part of the royal family, they got to stay in the back too. So they're going to be there while the pomp and circumstance, but they're not allowed to come on the balcony. They are petty over there. They're like, oh, you could show up. Y'all not going to be seen. Y'all not going to be getting all this good press. We're standing out, and we are getting the good press. I've got a weekend edition that we do, so please check it out. It's fanciest pictures for everyone who says, we want pictures. It has pictures. Also, my Instagram is WDAS Patty. I'll be showing a lot of concert highlights because I'm hosting a show at the Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City with Keith Sweat and Tank and Tamia Brownstone after 7. I'm doing the Bloodstone, Stylistics, and True. I got a lot of stuff. I am sharing it all of it, on my Instagram page. It's simply WDAS Patty. Have a great Mother's Day weekend. For moms-to-be, for those who stand in the guard as mother figures, godmoms, the aunties that are mommies, to moms, hope it is a great day. For those who may be missing their mom, particularly if this is your first year, right here in your heart. She lives right in your heart. For those who may have lost a child, because you may have lost a child does not take away mother. It's a hard time for many people. They live here. Some people are going to have a hard time making it through this entire weekend, but they live here. If you are lucky enough to still have your parents, treasure them. Don't think of robbery that you have to take care of them and the roles switch. So often people get too busy in their lives and they feel like they can't take care. They don't have time for their parents. Love on your parents because one day you'll wish that they were here. So you could say, I love you, or hold their hand. Never think it robbery and cherish your parents while you can. I'm not going to cry because I can't have my lashes falling off. I love you guys. I love you guys for just taking time out to just girls and scoop my faces. See if I'm going to cry because I'm talking about something, how I go from something funny to something serious. But happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture. Leave a comment, give us a thumbs up. Most importantly, have a great weekend. And check out my weekend edition because I have a young lady who works very hard on it. And she's very, very good. Have a great weekend. And thanks for joining me. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture.